My wonderful people. Now today I won't be doing any vinyl tips and tricks, uh, but it's a really good day and I picked up the best collection I've ever gotten, and so I wanted to show it to you. And these are just the top ones. It was a really great jazz collection. So everything I'm going to show you is like 80 bucks or over. I paid well over 1,000 for the collection, and it's paying huge dividends just by sometimes taking a little bit of a gamble. So this is just the top, the cream of the crop here. So first we have Manhattan Latin. This is a white label promo. And for those who don't know what that means, it means it was a demonstration record, often played inside the record store. But they're usually white, where the other ones would not. And you can see that it says promotion copy, not for sale. And everything has already been ultrasonically cleaned. And I have this as a VG Strong, and it is a beautiful record. Most likely much better than a VG Strong, but here at Fading Petals, we grade really conservatively, because the grade should reflect the lowest that it should play at. If there's a few crackles in the music, then you start to get into, well, it's a VG, even if it's only a couple crackles throughout the entire play on both sides, right? So that's just an absolutely beautiful record. You do not usually see it in the white label. And that means that it's a very close, hopefully very close in sound quality to the master pressing. So they're still remaking this. They remade it in like 2019, which means that you could buy this and be able to compare, pretty much apples to apples as to what the better press is. An electronically remastered or, mastered analog. So this is Miles and Monk. I'm asking $90 for this. It's a VG Plus. This is so insanely clean, and you just don't see that. You do not see that. This is a private collection, and it has to be. And you just do not see such a sparkling clean 2i Columbia ever. So this is I was so lucky, and I mean, playing this, it's gonna sound near mint. This is almost like playing a vinyl that they made 6 months ago. So you can't ask for much more. And for $90, it's actually a flaming steal. But a lot of people, they think of VG Plus as something that's just a decent record, and that's not true. VG Plus should look and sound near mint. And I also have this from the same collection on a 4-track reel. So I haven't graded this. I can't even play it. But this is even supposed to be closer to a master pressing than, the first press vinyl, or, So this is really neat, really cool piece of history. And it's probably worth around $150, $200. So really cool. Next we have Miles Davis and Bags Groove, or maybe that's just Bags Groove. I'm not huge knowing jazz, but I do realize that I really enjoy playing jazz. So this is from 1958, and again, just excellent condition. That's the biggest thing about this collection, is the condition of it alone is just awe-inspiring. And all of these are just super clean records that are just going to sound incredible. This one was just really funny to me, Get Your Act Together, because it's soul funk and soul funk gospel. So Get Your Act Together, almost like you're a fed up evangelist. So really, really funny title, but also really expensive and rare. So a lot of that soul funk gospel a lot of it's not worth much, but some of it's the beginnings of soul funk or the changes in soul funk. So it has a lot of meaning. Here we have Lee Morgan, City Lights. Again, it's a VG Strong. This is a rare stereo version of it. It's a repress. So you can see with Blue Notes, often the represses, they're not, that's going to have, a blue right there. So it's not your typical white label with blue letters. So often the blue notes from the later issues into the 70s had different labels than the standard white and blue, and often those are represses. Here we have Miles Davis Quintet, another $200 record. So this one's only a VG, but it's the first press. And, you know, first presses, if you're able to validate them, and, you know, I don't really believe in first presses unless it says it's a first press where there was presses made later that year, because if there wasn't, it was just one giant run. Usually I just call those original. And here we have Blue Mitchell Boss Horn VG Strong at $100. So just more great blue notes. And you just don't find this stuff. That's the most important part with it, is just being able to find this. You might find one or two in your searches, but very rarely do you find it all together. Here's Cannonball Adderley, something else. I can't wait to play this one. VG Strong at $150, and it's going to play just incredibly. Here we got some soul funk. Usually soul funk isn't worth this much. So Black Nasty, Talking to the People, soul funk being worth $150. It is a DJ promo. So just like ultrasonic clean promos, you can also have DJ promos, and these can often have just the regular, but you're going to see DJ copy, not for sale. So this is just another type of promo, but it's always the promos that are worth money. They're label promos. They're not going to be on the back of the record saying, you know, that gold stamp, you know, not for sale. No, you want to see something on the label that differentiates it from all the other ones. Here is something that just is pretty shockingly rare. It's Hank Mobley Dippin', 1970. It's a stereo. It's still in its shrink. That's what makes this so unique to me, is that I wasn't able to see any of them in their shrink. And it's crazy because on the shrink, I mean, it was $1 back in 1970, and here it is now, you know, and I'm asking $149.99 for it. So some things have an incredible way of appreciating. Here we have Melvin Sparks, $99, ultrasonic clean VG Strong, and these are actually great prices for what you're getting. You're getting original jazz that just can sound incredible and can definitely keep up with the modern presses and are great for comparison. Here we have Donald Byrd, and it's a 1960 original mono, and this one has the ear, which the ear is the way of saying it's Plastiville, I believe. But you can see this is a very standard blue note. The blue notes, you also have to look at where it came from. 47 West 63rd is going to be, you know, when I'm looking up presses, that all plays into it. So just a nice, beautiful, clean record. Pretty solid VG Strong. And I'm asking $249.99 for this. So just some huge records, folks. You do not see this. And here we have another one. VG Strong, Miles Davis Quintet, Cooking With. It's the second press, from 1958. And I mean, when you talk 1958, you'd expect it to be filthy, to be dirty. But look after the cleaning, how clean that is. You can see maybe a couple scratches on the record, really not much. And I mean, just a beautiful record, folks. You can count the scratches from 1958. I mean, and to bring records like that just back into being beautiful again and being able to sound as good as, you know, when you heard them in 1958, it's just a true blessing to be able to do that. And it's worth a lot of money when you can do that. And if you want to learn how to do it, watch my ultrasonic cleaning video. It's really good. So here we have the turnaround with Hank Mobley, and this is the 1970 stereo press. It's a blue note, and it's a VG Strong at $149.99. So again, just expensive jazz. I didn't realize how much blue notes are actually worth, and these jackets were really clean too. I mean, they're all VGs to me. I always find, you know, a few smudges on it and get a little upset. But when you talk about the bindings are clean, folks. That's as good as you can ask for. Here is a prize, Happenings by Bobby Hutcherson. I listened to this one and it sounded great. I'm asking $349, folks. So you can see that this original mono, it's not a cheap record. And when you find it in this good of condition, VG Strong, you can find it in my store and you can listen to it on YouTube. I have a link on my store, so you can only find it that way. But man, does it sound good. And it plays clean, and there's no issues. Now, I have the most expensive in the group, and you know what that was? A little 45. This little 45 on Discogs, it averages $600. And you've seen I've cleaned it, and I put it in a little sleeve, and I managed to ultrasonic clean it with a little 45 that went in the middle, so we were able to ultrasonic clean it. But this is such an odd record. It's called Rudy Love and the Company Soul. Life Ain't So Bad is the one song. So let's say I price it at $600. That is ridiculous, folks. $300 a song. I mean, just crazy. So we have Life Ain't So Bad on one side. And then on the other side, we have Sufferin' Wrath. And I don't like holding it like this, but at least I have it in the plastic. I played it. It plays all the way through, so it's at least a G plus or a VG. No skips, nothing. So, you know, 45s always sound a little rough, so it's hard to know if this one ever really sounded VG plus. You know, just the way that they're built. Here we have Lee Morgan. Search for the New Land. Sounded incredible. I'm talking like you're just in the coffee shop when you listen to these. You can feel like you're in a coffee shop at the base of a beautiful mountain. So here we have New Land, just a beautiful record. You know, it's a second press, ultrasonic clean. You couldn't ask for better. And then this one, Sunny Side Up. This was a pleasure to listen to. Absolutely gorgeous all the way through. 1966 original mono. It's got the ear on it, folks. And here you can see I'm asking $350. So this thing, it's definitely not a cheap album, but you just can't ask for better when it comes to jazz. This is very, very high-end jazz, top shelf in top condition. This is what you play when your friends come over and you're about to play some chess and you want to enjoy something and also blow their mind. Now, here we have some interesting jazz. Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. I'm only asking $79.99, and that's a VG plus. My VG plus, they're ridiculously rare. Maybe 10% of vinyl are VG plus, maybe less. Because of VG plus, it's got to sound near mint. It's got to be like you had it last year and you bought it new and you've played it a few times and that's about it. And you know, they're so really ridiculously rare to get a VG plus these days for me, because it's all about just honest posting quality. Here's another jazz. It's Jimmy Smith, the incredible Jimmy Smith. I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet, but it's a first press, $79.99. It's a VG Strong. It's going to sound great. You really can't beat it. And these are just your blue notes. These blue notes sound great, you know. And the originals, I think that's part of the whole reason, the whole allure is that original blue note. You know, they are really good pressings. This one, I had a chance to listen to about half of it. It's a bit out there, and you can tell because it's Jimmy McGriff Electric Funk. It looks a little different too, and I have it here at $69.99. Just a beautiful LP here. And 1970 jazz, you can see still a blue note. All these blue notes, they all seem to be worth money. I mean, I even have a few that went down to about $30, $40, $50. So this is just the high-end stuff. There's so much Miles Davis and John Coltrane and other blue notes, Lou Donaldson and stuff that you haven't even seen yet. And I'm not showing because this is the last one, folks. We got another Lou Donaldson here at $99. We have a blue note, ultrasonic clean, 1970. And look at that condition. That's what makes these so expensive. You're not going to find them in better condition. You really aren't. Not in the condition where they're already ready to be played. They have no dust on them. They've been ultrasonically cleaned to the nines. You can't really pay for that. And to me, that's what makes this collection the work I put into it, and being able to find these immaculate records that didn't have a lot of scratches on them, and being able to make them top shelf vinyl. And with that, folks, that's the best collection I found yet in my 2+ years of searching. Just value wise, I am also a hard rock guy, but this jazz, it makes me want to get into it a whole lot more. It's so good on the ears that I'm still trying to understand it. I'm just a rock and roll guitar playing guy, so when it comes to jazz, I'm still getting there. Don't worry. So with that, everyone, I'm off, and we're gonna have some great more tips and tricks style videos to vinyl coming up here later this week. Bye now.